everyone. Welcome to Litvak Leadership Live without my glasses today. Now, I've got a very special guest today. His name is Sam Herbert for Carnival Cruise Line, and I can tell he's very excited to be here, but I want to share something with you. I'll show unlike you've seen before, because Sam, and my phone is buzzing, so let me move it so it doesn't annoy us all. We are right here in Louisville, Kentucky, where the arrow is. And Sam right now is all the way over here in Manila, the Philippines. So you may say, why is that important? I'll tell you why it's important. Delay between what I say and when Sam hears it. Right, Sam?
Yes, sir.
See? So everyone, it's going to be kind of like that today, where I'll be saying things, wait, and then Sam will answer. So, Sam, let me ask you, how did you get involved in working on a cruise ship?
I got involved working in the cruise ship since it is my dream to work in this kind of profession. Like we can go to other places, like meet other people, like and visited in the U.S. for free.
And how long hit cruise line?
I started working in a carnival in Florida area since 2013. I've been visited places in the States a lot, like Florida, Texas, and California.
You were there a while, and then you were promoted into the role you have now as a supervisor.
Yes, sir. Started my job there as a utility cleaner. I clean bathrooms, clean the floors. Then I got promoted to the supervisor level.
Why did you want to be a supervisor?
Because I want to be supervisor because I want to make an impact with other people. Like I want to be successful. I want to help them fulfill their dreams. I want to be a part of the team where we can grow each other.
So let's talk about that a little. How are you helping people fulfill their dreams?
I believe that each one of us can make an impact, whether big or small. So being in the supervisor, being in the management, your actions help them or show them who you are, and they can influence you.
Absolutely. So you had talked about also growing together. So as a supervisor, you're not only training your team, but it sounds like you're learning from them also. Would you?
Yes, sir. Um, you're right. Like you are learning with each other. Like it's not about the the training that you provide for them, but uh, in overall sense, like being as a supervisor, like you are influencing the team, like you are having an influence with them, and that's what leadership is all about.
Say that again. I didn't quite get it.
Uh, all right. Uh, yeah, as a supervisor, like you're not only training the team, but you are also involving with them to learn and grow. Because I believe that every day is a great day to enjoy, to to live with purpose, to live with intentional.
So, how important would self talk? You know, that little voice that we either
Mm.
think or we speak out. What is your self talk like?
Uh, it should be positive. Like self talk plays very important in our daily life because the way we speak and the way we act is congruent. It's all together. Like when you when you start of the day, like your self talk should be more in positive way. Like it's more fulfilling, and so your actions should be
And
congruent with that, with the talks you have.
talk about your actions being congruent to what you say.
Yes, sir.
Is that something, or was that something you had to learn?
Yes, sir. You're right. It's not something. It's not a choice that we make, but it's something that must be earned. Like we have to act it. We have to act with purpose and intention. That's what self-talk is all about.
Very cool. Everyone watching, in case you've popped in late, uh, Sam here is all the way over here in Manila, the Philippines, and Sam is over here, and I'm all the way over here. It's 4 in the morning on Saturday. Sam is 12 hours ahead of us. So that's part of the reason we've got a little bit of a delay going on. So just realize that as we continue the conversation. So, Sam, when you think about things that kept you from moving forward, what kind of things did you have to overcome in order to be?
Uh, like a lot of challenges along the way when you are in the leadership journey, and the one of the like challenges that I overcame. I think with leading with the team. Like there were challenges in leading the team, but the most challenging part in leading the team is like was if you're not meeting the 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 standards that set you on.
So tell me about that with the standards.
Like if we have something like something project that we're gonna work to do, then there might be interruptions or any like unexpected situations. Then if not, it's being made prior to deadline, like as a leader or a supervisor, like you must do something about this one. Like you have to work more or work. You have to manage your time efficiently.
So we have for how people can manage their time efficiently.
Yes, because and also one of the uh, hardship that I overcame as a leader is that with leading with people, and I learned that before we can lead others, like we need to lead ourselves first. Like it started about self leadership. Like you have to know who you are before you can know your team.
How did you learn to lead yourself first?
Uh, I think it you can it it is true with like discipline. Like leading ourselves. It it means that we have to practice. We have to lead with intention. Like lead with purpose ourselves.
So, Sam, I got to tell you, right guy, that you have figured out that we need to lead ourselves first and with purpose. That's really impressive. So tell me, how do you lead with intention to it?
Um, like one way or one way we can lead with intention. I think I believe is that by uh, by having your team uh, make important to you. Uh, in general, like it it's something that comes from within us. Uh, as a leader, we can make intention to our team or to other people by having love for them. Like because as a leader, we can never be in the lifetime position. We have like in order to have intention, like we should have love for ourselves and others. It should be loving.
So,
It should be
how do
loving
you,
other people.
so when someone that you love, they're part of your team, how do you gently correct them so they don't make the same?
Ah, yes, because everyone was every one of us makes mistakes, and one way we can correct others is through discipline and in a way that respect them also, and
So
in a
how do
way
you
that
people when you're leading
encourages
them?
also.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's hard to discipline other people, but I believe that we can correct them, we can encourage them not not to repeat the same mistakes.
I think that's very important. So you point out the good along with and having them realize what they need to do different.
Yes, sir. You're right.
You're the one who's explaining it to me. I like that. Absolutely. So tell me, you have a boss or a supervisor also. When you
Yes.
get feedback from them, usually very positive feedback, but sometimes we get constructive feedback. How do you assess that to become a better Sam?
Yes. Uh, Feedback is very important. Uh, and I believe that feedback should be given as a should be given in a positive way, and it should not be neglected. When we're having feedback, but some of the feedback that we receive, it's it's not in a positive way, but feedback is also important because feedback gives us uh, gives us a way to improve, be better every day, to be the best version of ourselves. That's why it's feedback is really important.
Absolutely. You have to give feedback to someone, and you know that it's going to be something they don't want to hear. Um,
Uh, yes, this feedback should be given more in a positive way. You're right. Like uh, someone needs to hear this one.
so when and I'm sure there's times where you get excited, like a lively guy, even with the time change here, because you're up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
What do you do? What yourself?
Uh, right now, I'm preparing to come back on board next month. So what I'm keep busy preparing today or the next week is I'm doing I'm processing all my documents to come on board.
Okay. But how do you keep yourself motivated?
Wow. Yes, it's very more important. How do how do we stay and keep motivated is very important because a lot of
How do you keep
we're
motivated?
living in uh, by by keep keep reading, keep taking rest, keep reading inspiring books from successful people. It's very important.
And what books do you recommend that have helped you?
Uh, I really recommend uh, book books from Tony Robbins. This like the Waking Giant and Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
So let me ask, obviously, your second language. What is your first language and how many languages do you speak?
Uh, I speak only 2 languages. First is the our main language, Filipino, and second language is English.
Okay. And when you read Tony Robbins translated into Filipino, or did you read them in English?
Uh, when it comes to book, I always read it with. I prefer English languages, English context.
Because I can speak a little bit of Spanish. I can read a little bit of
Uh,
Spanish, but I don't well enough to read a book in Spanish. And that you're able to read something in English to me is just incredibly impressive. So let me also ask you, um, how do you build confidence to be able to lead and still being able to be approachable by
yes. Uh, Confidence is a leader's weapon. Like we cannot lead, we cannot manage a team without confidence in ourselves because that confidence projects other people. That's how people perceive and see you through your confidence, through your own confidence. You can impact other people. Like that's what confidence is important. And how do we stay confident is by trusting ourselves, like believing in our own potential, like believing in our skill that we can do these things, like that we believe that things will get done in a properly in a proper time.
so your team that wants to be a leader that you don't think is ready, how are you coaching them so they can become a leader?
Yes, it's important as a leader that we have to build also a leader. Like we're not only about making them as as a follower because I believe they're not follower. They are your collaborator. They are helping you. So one way we can influence other people is also by uh, promoting them or influencing them to be a leader someday or in the future.
So how are you helping them to overcome what they need to overcome, like you?
Uh, it's uh, uh, it's it's not an easy process, but through encouraging them through inspiring them that to be leaders someday is uh, is one way the one way to encourage them to be is to be a role model of
Right. And
ourselves.
how are
Like
you doing
they
that?
can see us an example by doing them or by making yourself as a role model, so they can see you as an example for them also. Like they can encourage themselves to be a leader by promoting ourselves by being a role model.
So when you look at your own continued personal growth, is your next step in your leadership journey?
Yes, uh, as a leader, in order to fulfill your potential, that like we have to or we must do improve ourselves through personal growth and development because it's important. Personal growth uh, helps you to be a leader you want to be. Like we can be also learning, we can also uh, making things outside of your comfort zone to improve ourselves.
So let's talk a little bit about Kirk. So what port do you end up joining the boat at, and how long are you in?
Uh, our main port is in Miami, so we most of the cruise ships having itinerary in the Florida area, so they have the port in Miami, so not only guests can go, but also crew members always use the port of Miami.
But do you board the boat in the Philippines,
No,
or do you?
I I I flew from Philippines. Then when we arrive in Florida, that's the time we can get on board.
Got it. So you fly from the Philippines to Florida line.
Yes, sir.
So, and then how long is the cruise season? Obviously, you're in the Philippines right now, you told me. So, how many months do you work before taking time off?
Uh, our contract lasts like 6 to 8 months. So after 8 months, we get 2 months vacation.
And then do you always go back to the Philippines, or do you spend it in the US?
I always go back at home in the Philippines.
So what's it like on people are coming on all the time, coming and going, and working to support the mission of the ship? What is that like?
Uh, it's like you can see a lot of people like every week there are people who come and go. So like it's very exciting. Like uh, every week you can see people from East Coast and West Coast coming together. So it's more exciting.
So you're in the middle of your 2 months off now. When will you?
Uh, I'm coming next month. I believe we will back in operation since the pandemic in September. In September.
Okay. I know you've read a lot and listened to Pink has been most influential in your personal growth.
Ah, pardon, sir. One of the
I'm sorry. I said,
influential
and it might
leaders
just
that
be the
I
delay.
always
Who's been most influential?
uh, I believe there are a lot, but a lot of influential leaders. But one 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 that I like most is Tony Robbins. I always admire him.
Okay. Him one day.
Wow.
Oh, we've been on now for 35 minutes almost. And you've nation. I got to tell you, Sam, although you're a fresh leader in what exchanges before we began is your first leadership role. You are amazingly insightful. It is active leadership. So, to speak directly to the audience now and tell them what you think someone can do to grow as a leader.
Yes, it's a final message. One experience. One way I learn to grow as a leader is we have to be hungry for learning. Like we have to we have to be learning every day as far as we can. Like take more information. But, and also we have to listen to others. It's very important. By learning new things, we can expand our knowledge. Like we can uh, acquire more things, and this one help our journey in leadership.
Absolutely. I think you've nailed it. And
Like keep
Pearl's pack a
learning, keep
variety of
growing,
sources, encourage others.
encourage others to grow, and support their journey with positive reinforcement. It's very important.
Absolutely. That this, now do you know Pearl's patches?
I think it's no, I don't know. I don't
Because
heard
I'm not
yet
sure. There's
about.
no picture, so it's hard for me to tell.
Uh, Thanks for posting.
So Nope. Nope. It appears Pearls does not know you. So, Sam, thank you very much for being my guest on the show today. Enlightening and igniting to speak with you. You have an insight that is content. With you being halfway around the world, I think we transcended this well, even with the delay.
That's amazing.
Everyone else, hey, if you have not gone to Litvak Leadership on Facebook and on YouTube, go to Facebook, go to YouTube, click like, ring the bell, subscribe so you can get podcasts and those other times that I go live. We interview a variety of guests, international and from the United States. So that's it for now, but I would be deeply honored if you would and subscribe to us on YouTube. This has been Sean Litvak and Sam Herbert with Super. If I can get it to pop up again, there we go. Wishing you a great weekend and be blessed.